arms. I glimpsed red, the corner of the toy ride-on plastic bus, half embedded in the tangled growth, and the arm of a doll, its chubby fingers pointing straight up to a sky of seething grey scribble. Tall spikes of evening primroses, glowing the brightest yellow, punched up from the grass as I waded to the middle where I stood and sniffed at the sweet dust of pollen on my hands. Then, arms raised, I started my song to the storm clouds. There's a brown girl in the ring. And it must have been my 10th or maybe 12th time singing the verse when Mick's voice crackled a cold path out from the back door. "Ruby, stop that and get back in here. Now!" I dragged my feet all the way back up the path. Just inside the doorway, his fist jumped out like a snake and cracked my head. "Sit down," he said. I scuttled away and sat on the other side of the table, holding my head. "Dear, dear," Barbara muttered. "Dear God." She sat and folded her arms. "Ruby, you were only a tiny baby when you came to us," she said. "It's hard to think of that now. So I was smaller than—" "Yes," she said quickly. "But not like her," said Mick. "Their daughter, Trudy. She died when she was 3. Mick always called her Sweet Pea. When he got drunk, he cried for her. Big drops of tears slid down his face and dripped on his jacket." "No, you were small," Barbara said, "but strong." "A whiner," Mick interrupted. He was fiddling round with the gas stove now, so he had his back to us. He struck a match to light the flame under the kettle, and the sulphur smell took to the air. 3/4 on from behind, I could still see the quiff sticking out like a horn from his head. "Was I born here? Here in the forest, I mean?" The idea I could have come from anywhere else seemed strange and improbable. "The Forest of Dean. Here we lived in one of a row of small stone cottages with trees stretching over us like children doing ghost impressions with their hands, surrounded by closed coal mines slowly getting zipped back up into the earth." Barbara screwed up her eyes as if she was looking, trying to see me being born in the distance. She nodded, like she caught a glimpse of it. "Yes, you were." "What about my name?" I asked. "Flood is ours, but Ruby was the name you came with," she said. "When you were little, you thought it was because of—" Without thinking, my hand flew to the birthmark covering the left side of my face. "I know." Mick started picking Smarties off the cake, so Mum snatched it up and carried it to the sink. "Well, that's over," she muttered, examining the pits the Smarties had left. But, nothing else?" "No, not really." She let out a breathy sigh and the cake wobbled in her hands. "That's all." "Can I do my wish?" "You've had it already. I want to do it again. I've thought of something else." "Go on then. Mick, give her the matches." Barbara set the cake back on the table and I arranged the yellow candles. The heads already bubbled from burning. I touched a match with its little ball of flame to each one and closed my eyes and wished and wished and wished. The twin stars of my real parents orbited my head, blinking on and off. "Come and get me," I whispered. I found the shadow on the stairs, his boy shape hunched over. He made way for me as I sat beside him and whispered, "Mick and Barbara are not my real mum and dad." The curled bones of his ear brushed against my lips, and I thought I felt him shiver in excitement. Then I shut myself in the bathroom and ran the bath so hot it gauzed the walls in steam. I imagined